Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Fallout 2020. And as you remember last episode, we created a little raider outpost here at the farm. Well, we just have one guard so far, but we got her all decked out in kind of a menacing looking outfit. So it looks like the raiders are in charge of this farm, and that's kind of my goal now with this playthrough. We're gonna let the raiders take over all of our settlements. Kind of like a little twist there, which I've mentioned before that I want to do that, but this is kind of like the this is basically the season finale of this. I like to do a little separation between my series. So episode 25, a good place to stop for a minute and regroup. So this is like kind of the big you know how you have on the Game of Thrones or whatever, you know, the ninth episode, something crazy always happens. So that was kind of the twist in the last episode, that like, you know, this guy who's been helping everyone, he's now the leader of the Minutemen. Well, he has a plan to let the Raiders take over everything. And not the Raiders that he's fighting Raiders, because that's a different gang of Raiders. But his gang of Raiders is now taking over the settlement. So we're going to see that played out. And here we are at the Red Rocket, where we also have a few new people. And look at this, they built a recreation area and they're actually using it. Everyone's here. This is pretty cool. I did make too many recreation areas here. I didn't realize they were going to be all the same, because with the houses there's a lot of variation. So
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
well, yeah, guess
Back
what,
hurts,
trouble is
feet
here.
hurt, everything.
That's pretty funny, laying down on the bench saying that. That was a nice little twist to the standard line. Look at this, warming themselves up. I mean, this is pretty cool. They're all on break here at the
Easy living.
all
This
right.
ain't.
Well, it's about to get a lot harder, because you've been enlisted in the Raiders, man. We're going to give you a nice outfit, and you're going to kick some butt for me. You're part of the gang now, guy. Look at this. We got a motley looking crew here. This place is jam-packed.
Sure thing.
I like how this one ended out. I wanted to just have like one or two people here and have it like a little store area. Didn't quite work out, because you need a certain amount of settlers to build a store, and we had a farm in the back. So this is working out pretty good. I think I might get rid of the farms once I link all of my settlements together. It's weird. You have to provide enough food for everyone, or they'll just complain all the time. So it's kind of like a weird balance thing. But I think once I link them, they actually will still complain, but it won't show on the HUD that the settlement needs food. It won't be red. So we're going to do that eventually, and I might get rid of some of the plots in the back, because I don't really want this to be a farm. I want this to be kind of like a stop on the road where, you know, there's a bunch of stores and stuff like that. So all right, so we're going to give this guy a submachine gun and some raider armor. And let's see what else we got. We got all these parts. We killed a bunch of raiders. We went on a raid at the Backstreet Apparel, a little raider outpost. And we got the guys on the boat next to the bridge. So we have a ton of loot. That dog meat's carrying half of it. And yeah, we're just dressing these guys up. Now, he's got this hat already. I guess I don't like this hat. Let's see. Doesn't really seem all that menacing to me. So let's see. Somewhere I have a bunch of goggles and stuff, but I didn't bring them with me. They're in one of my... They could actually be in this settlement for all I know. But I think they're back either at Sanctuary or... I don't know where else I dumped off stuff, to be honest. I guess at my first settlement up at the outpost. So once we make the rounds, we'll get some goggles and stuff like that that'll make these guys look even cooler. So I guess we're not going to do anything up there. Just take that off. So he's good. All right, good enough. I mean, I don't need everyone to look perfect.
You gotta take things one day at a time.
All right. Well, this day is the day you become a raider. So here you go. And as you see, they just have these crappy pipe pistols. Now, they actually do need decent weapons, because these settlements will get raided. They will get attacked by raiders and creatures. They will actually constantly get attacked. It'll get to the point where as soon as I fast travel there, it'll already be under attack. This happens all the time. Now, they might have toned this stuff down a little bit with patches because people complained about it, but I think they still have that. And actually now they do give you a notification when your settlement's being attacked, and you can fast travel there. But it's always good to give these guys some halfway decent weapons so they can defend themselves. So we're gonna give this one a tire iron though, because like I say halfway decent. That's not the best weapon, but I think it'll be pretty fun if we're getting invaded and you see one or two of them using melee up close. So I think that would make for a cool fight to watch. So we'll see how that plays out. So yeah, like as I said, I'm gonna this is the last episode of this season, and I'll probably take a few weeks off of this series, and when I come back, I'm gonna level up. I'm gonna do the same thing with Wolf the Worm. So the series might be a little different, where it's like I said, now everyone's raiders, so it might get a little more intense.
Whole place is run by robots.
All right. Oh yeah, we gotta go to there, Grey Garden. Well, we mostly just go where Preston tells us to go. So we're gonna expand our empire, and we're gonna like just toughen everyone up, and that's gonna be the next chapter, you know.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, we're here for you, but you're gonna help us. See, we are actually friendly. Like I said, we're a raider, but we're more interested in taking out the other raiders. We're not the type of raider that's actually gonna be raiding people's farms and robbing them. You know, we're the type of raider that's gonna literally take over their farm, help them organize, and it's gonna be a, you know, slightly mutually beneficial situation where they're not gonna get hassled by anyone else. They're free to really live their lives, and they just gotta pay taxes or whatever, with most of their crops going to the other settlements for raiders. So we're just kind of organizing everyone, and you know, we already took over the Minutemen from Preston, so that was easy enough. He basically handed us the keys to that. And now we're here to take over every farm and every village in the entire Commonwealth. So, and then I guess part of maybe the plan, which isn't actually going to happen, I don't think, in the series, but we can say this guy's mindset. He could be maybe building an army and trying to take over like Good Neighbor and Diamond City eventually, or something like that. Like that could be maybe his plans. So he doesn't really have time to be like, you know, here's the thing. If you, let's say you kill a bunch of farmers, right? Well, who's going to do the farming after that? You're going to put your raider gang and make them farm all day? That's not really a good idea. You got to like work them so that they think they're doing something. You know, they think you're helping them, but, you know, hey, maybe you're not helping as much as they think, right? That's basically how, you know, that's what I learned in the Ghost Chef series, where he's a gangster, but he is helping everyone. And he's doing it, you know, not for personal power, but, you know, there's two sides to it, basically. So, and that is actually what the new Ghost Chef series is going to be about, a lot of that stuff. Like, kind of the philosophy behind crime and criminals and, you know, like, here's the thing with the mafia, right? Because he's a mobster. You got the protection racket. So it's like, hey, you got a nice farm here. It would be a shame if something were to happen to it, right? Well, you're implying that, like, you're going to attack it if they don't pay you. But the thing is, you know, the way it started was they actually were paying you protection, where there's two gangs and they pay one of the gangs to get the other gang off their back. And people turn that into a scam where, like, oh, well, it's really the same people, but we're not necessarily doing that. Like, we're actually protecting these people and helping them, but we do have like an ulterior motive of, you know, having them work for us. And they're not slaves, but they're, you know, it's just taxes. I mean, really, but it's, you know, we're trying to take over. So here we go. Look at this. Another house has been built. This place is really filling up. Now, look, if you see this house on the left and the new one, the one on the left looks a little bigger, so I think they might have expanded that already, you know? So, and it looks like we had the same little chaise lounge there that we had in the other settlement. So here we go. We're looking for the other people to put these outfits on, and I already took all this stuff from dog meat, so I'm moving very slowly because I'm over encumbered. But looks like they're hanging out at the other park. Now, I really do like this park, but I'm probably going to get rid of it because I don't want two of these here that are exactly the same, and the other one's in a better location. So I might just put more farm out here, or I don't even know what. I kind of want these stores to get filled up, so we'll see. I'm going to have to finagle this one a little bit, and this little park probably won't be here in season 2, but you never know. I probably won't do too much changes to the already existing settlements because there still are probably at least 10 more settlements we have to get to. There's a lot of work to do in this series, so I'll probably just improve those and learn my lessons when I make those, but little things like this I might change, you know. And I definitely will add a little more touches, like I just add that campsite and stuff like that. So I'll do, you know, probably make a little better, put some walls up, guard outposts, things like that at all the settlements. And we'll move on. I can't wait to get some of the other settlements. Some of these locations are really cool. So it's going to be a fun playthrough. This is really just a super low-key series, but what it's doing for me is just getting me back into the world of Fallout and kind of living in Fallout instead of just like playing it as a game. And that's the way I like to do all my series, Skyrim, Fallout, or whatever, where to make the game really feel alive. And I'm not out here trying to, like, you know, run up my stats or become the best player. I actually like to keep some stuff a little lower, and so it's more of a struggle because that just makes a better story, you know what I mean? So everyone likes a good struggle from adversity. So all right, speaking of which, we have a bunch of losers here that we're going to turn into like warriors. So I'm going to leave the hat on these people. I don't know. I don't think the hats work that well, but I kind of like them. Now again, if you watch the Ghost Chef series, I did the same thing on there where I gave all my settlers outfits. But in that, they all had the suits on and the hats. So they look like the old-time gangsters, like from the 30s or 40s or whatever, which of course are called Triggermen in this game. So there are gangs like that, and Ghost Chef was inspired by the Triggermen to dress everyone like that. Most of them have the Tommy guns, pretty liberal on the Tommy guns, but some of them have other weapons too. And that's just such a fun playthrough. I can't wait to get back to that. I'm going to continue that for another 100 episodes this year. It's coming. I just have some really interesting plans with that are a little heavier on the production side. So I kind of been putting them off, and that's why you see series like this, which are much easier to produce. Because A, I'm pretty lazy, and B, I don't know. That's about it, really. Well, the whole thing that happened was I kind of got out of the whole mood to play these games after Fallout 76 came out. Not just because I didn't like the game, which I didn't really get that into it, but also because, you know, in preparation for that game and, you know, well, it came out, I was thinking of content more in terms of collaborative efforts because it's a multiplayer game and, you know, more live streaming and stuff like that. And so that's where my head was, and I wasn't really into making, you know, this kind of videos anymore, at least, you know, as far conceptually, you know. So it took me a little while to get back into it. In fact, it basically took an entire year for me to care enough about Bethesda games again to start playing them a lot. So I have definitely been playing them a lot. The one I've been playing the most is Fallout New Vegas. I'm like, I don't know, 60 hours into that, and I started it this year, so it's only been 2 months. So, and I've of course been playing a bunch of two huge Skyrim playthroughs I've been doing. I know there's obviously videos of all those if you check the channel. We got Wolf the Worm.
Run by ghouls?
And
Isn't that something?
all right,
Sure.
yeah. All right, anyway, I like the shades on him. That's pretty cool, so that works. And let's see if we put a hat on. I don't know. Maybe this looks good without it. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so we got Wolf the Worm, and we have Lucette the Unlucky, which is a new series I've been doing. Wolf the Worm is a fully voiced character,
You know what I
and
call a good day?
Lucette
One that ends
is
without
just
an
me
empty
talking
stomach.
just like this video, so yeah, that's more of the behind the scenes. And look at this! Oh my god, what a great way to end this season of Fallout 2020. We finally have our store here, and actually this looks like it's a barber shop. That's pretty unique and interesting, and maybe we'll be able to change our appearance here or something, so that would be cool. Not that you can see us because we've been wearing this gas mask almost the whole series, but yeah, look at that. All right, look at this, the Red Rocket. Of course, one of the most iconic locations in Fallout. And yeah, we got a barber here. I love it. Oh my god, this mod is so cool. It's a Sim Settlements mod. Definitely check that out if you're playing on PC or even on Xbox. Probably not available on PS4. because of all the assets. And it might be. I don't even know. But I don't
Yeah.
think you can have external scripts, so which it probably needs something. I don't know. Check it out. Maybe it's available. I don't play with mods on PS4, although my original playthroughs were all on PS4 vanilla, so I played the most on that actually. So anyway, thanks for joining us for this series. We'll be back soon with Season 2, but for now, this is the finale of Fallout 2020 Season 1. And thanks for joining us. Don't worry, we have videos every single day, all year, 2020, the year of roleplay here on Hippie Hop channel. Make sure to like, subscribe, and all that nonsense, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.